when I was a boy, the play opens with this line, "When I was a boy, I wish I could fly." That's because when I was a boy, I wished I could fly. I used to dream about it all the time. That's the second line of the play, because I used to dream about it all the time. And then there's this terrible divergence of storytelling. But I really dug the idea of thinking about flying a lot. I think this is probably true for a lot of boys. It's probably true for a lot of girls, but I was a boy, so I didn't know. I used to dream about it all the time, and so when Peter Pan was introduced into my life, really in two forms, the Mary Martin musical and the Disney animated feature, I glommed onto that idea, this character of this boy, because I was a boy, who never had any responsibility, didn't have any chores, didn't have any parents telling him what to do, he didn't have any homework. All he had was fun. Sounds like such a great thing when you're a kid. And that's all he's ever going to have. Well, what could be better than that when you're 10? But when you're in the middle of your life, like I am now, I think, boy, wouldn't it have been sad if I had never gotten to be old enough to have fallen in love, or to have really stood for something, and to have fought for something and lost, or fought for something and won, or achieved anything, or been sitting here talking with you guys today. Wouldn't life be just terrible if you just never got to grow up?
And now tell me, at the same speed, your fantasy name.
Yes. Abby.
Melody.
Vanessa. Bree.
Connie.
Asia.
Rose.
Gemma.
Penny.
Samantha.
Sebastian. Not bad. That moment, so you're just going to say a fantasy name in front of people, all your friends, these people who are evaluating who you are in the room, and your mind's going, I've got to do something clever, but it mustn't be too rude. It must be. It's that little moment we're really interested in as actors. As actors, it's that little moment. The most skillful and most wonderful tool for an actor is the pause. Did you think I was forgetting what I was going to say, or did you think I was choosing what I was going to say? See, it's interesting, isn't it? That little... There's things to find out. It's not just the words. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Figuring out that life is better when you're part of something bigger than yourself. It's not about you. One of the characters is all about you. One of the characters says, but what Molly teaches Peter is there's more important things than just you. We're part of something bigger. And that's meaningful to me as a man. It's what I like to write about. And that idea is so beautifully represented by this boy flying through the air only because he knows that there's something bigger than himself and that he's going to be caught by these other guys. So you're watching flying and trusting. Two very, very, very rare things that you see in the theater or in life. And I think that's, if you start there and work outwards, if that's the pebble that you throw into the pool of water, all of the ripples that come out will come out of that moment, what that moment represents in terms of storytelling, in terms of theatricality, in terms of what actors do. It's a beautiful little microcosm of everything that all of us who love the theater strive for.
Thank you.
Please join me in thanking